So today I'm going to show you how to properly trim or shave your entire body using the Lawn Mower 3.0. So if you guys aren't familiar with Manscaped, they have been pretty much one of the leaders in the pack when it comes to grooming your downstairs business, and now they just came out with their Lawn Mower 3.0. So they upgraded from their Lawn Mower 2.0, they put more power into it, it has a longer battery life, and there is a flashlight. So before we get started, one thing Manscaped is known for is their SkinSafe technology in their trimmers, which means it reduces the risk of getting cuts and nicks when you're trimming those delicate areas. So first things first, you really want to hold it correctly. I see a lot of guys kind of mess this up sometimes, and they will take the razor and they will go like straight at it, but you really want to flip it around and use the back of the razor to glide against your skin and then press the blade that way. And as for my arms and my legs, I do leave these natural. I do not trim them very often, but I'm going to shave them completely for this video just for the sake of testing out the Lawn Mower 3.0. So let's start with the legs. This is probably the easiest part of your body to shave. You're less likely to have any nicks or scratches. You might have a little bit of issues along the back of your knee, the front of your knee, and around your ankle because there's a lot more angles in there. And if it helps, you can pull the skin around your knee up or down or sideways so you get a flat surface and you can trim the hair that is on your knees. All right guys, let's move on to the arms. So the arms, like the legs, are gonna be pretty straightforward. You're gonna have problems in the similar areas. The back of your knee would be where your bicep and your forearms kind of crease together, and then the front of your knee would be pretty much your elbow. But as you can see, if you put your arm in different positions, it does make the surface flatter and you can get a good clean trim on there. So up next we have the armpits, guys. I highly recommend using at least the guard on the lowest setting, because if you go too low and you shave them off completely, that can kind of give you kind of a brush burn. And now we're gonna move on to the chest, guys. So you really wanna trim against the grain. So my hair in the middle kind of grows downward, but then as you get more towards my shoulders, it starts to kind of go in different directions. As far as some problem areas to look out for, I'd say the area by your Adam's apple on your neck and your collarbone, but everything else should be pretty simple and straightforward. And last but not least, guys, how to trim your balls. And honestly, guys, this is probably the best representation of a ball sack. Just kind of pull the skin tight and make sure you have a flat surface that you're trimming on. Give it one simple, easy trim, and then move on. Pull a different part of skin tight, trim that off, and go very, very slowly, guys. This is, the most tender part on your body, so you really got to be careful. And I'm being 100% honest, I had zero nicks and cuts during the entire process. One thing I have found, if you want to reduce the risk of nicking yourself, is to use the guard that they provide on the shortest setting. And one thing that I love that I didn't honestly think you would need at all is the little LED light on the trimmer. When you're in those little nooks and crannies, it kind of highlights little extra pieces of hair that you might miss. I will say that it is great that the Lawn Mower 3.0 is waterproof. You can use the water to kind of rinse off the trimmer head and keep it clean. So yes, I would 100% recommend the Lawn Mower 3.0 to you guys. It is everything I loved about the Lawn Mower 2.0 with the replaceable blades and the ergonomic design, and I literally shaved my whole body from head to toe on one charge.